brother and Chief Justice Designate of the Gauhati High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Rashmin Manarbai Chhaya and his family members, my esteemed colleagues on the bench, Shri Kamal Trivedi, Learned Advocate General, Shri Devang Vyas, Learned Additional Solicitor General, Srimati Manisha Lavkumar, Learned Government Pleader, Shri Kishore Trivedi, Chairman, Bar Council of Gujarat, Shri Karan Singh Waghela, Vice Chairman, Bar Council of Gujarat, Shri Asim Pandya, President, and other office bearers and committee members of Gujarat High Court Advocates Association, learned senior advocates, learned members of the bar, learned Registrar General and other registrars of the High Court, officers of the registry, friends from print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. We have assembled here today to bid an affectionate farewell to our senior most judge, Brother Justice R.M. Chhaya, who adorned the bench of this court for a period of more than 11 years. Brother Justice Chhaya is appointed as the Chief Justice of the Gauhati High Court. My association with Brother Justice Chhaya is since my joining this High Court, and during this period, he has created an indelible impression in my mind regarding his virtuous and illustrious career as a judge of this High Court. Justice Chhaya was born on 12th January 1961 at Veraval in district Junagadh. He pursued his schooling initially at Veraval and then at Rajkot. He graduated in commerce from MS University, Vadodara in 1981. He obtained degree of law from Sri L.A. Shah Law College, affiliated to Gujarat University, and passed third LLB special examination in 1984. He was enrolled as an advocate with the Bar Council of Gujarat in the same year. He joined the office of Messrs. Y.J. Trivedi, trademark attorney, and thereafter joined Purnanand and Company, government solicitors, in the year 1985. He was appointed as assistant government pleader and additional public prosecutor in the High Court of Gujarat in 1991 and worked as such till 1995. Thereafter, he joined the office of senior advocate Sri N.D. Nanavati and practiced with him till 1998. He was empaneled as advocate for Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, Rajkot Municipal Corporation, Bhavnagar Municipal Corporation, Gujarat Industrial Development Corporation, Ahmedabad Municipal Transport Services, Ahmedabad Urban Development Authority, Bhuj Urban Development Authority, and other institutions in the High Court of Gujarat. He was appointed as an additional counsel for the Income Tax Department in the High Court of Gujarat for 2 years from 2001. He was appointed as Central Government Standing Counsel in the year July 2004. He was also appointed as Senior Counsel for the Central Excise and Customs Department in the High Court of Gujarat and as Senior Standing Counsel for the Union of India since 2008 till his elevation. Simultaneously, he was also on the panel of mediators of the High Court from 2007 till elevation. He was elevated as an additional judge, High Court of Gujarat, on 17/2/2011 and confirmed as a permanent judge on 28/1/2013. He was chairman of the Gujarat High Court Legal Service Committee from 31/7/2019 to 5/6/2020. He was the president of Gujarat State Judicial Academy from 1/2/2021 to 19/10/2021. Justice Chhaya also performed the duties as acting Chief Justice of this High Court from 2/9/2021 till 12/10/2021. At present, he is the Executive Chairman of Gujarat State Legal Services Authority and member of the Mediation Monitoring Committee, High Court of Gujarat. During his tenure as the Executive Chairman, number of important and innovative steps have been taken for reducing the pendency of cases in the lower judiciary. On account of the best efforts put in by Brother Justice Chhaya, large number of cases were disposed of in Lok Adalats and special sittings. Brother Justice Chhaya also headed various committees constituted for the purpose of resolving administrative issues. He was the member of the Standing Committee, Building Committee, Arrears Committee, and various other committees constituted for the purpose of running administration of the High Court, as also the state judiciary. Brother Chhaya had taken personal interest in the matters of development of infrastructure in the High Court and the lower judiciary. He has also functioned as administrative judge for different districts in the state. I was told that Justice Chhaya's services during the period of COVID-19 was beyond appreciation. Undoubtedly, Brother Justice Chhaya was of immense help to me on judicial as also on the administrative side. On personal note, I can say that whenever any problem used to arise on the administrative side, one phone call to Mr. Justice Chhaya, the stock answer which I used to get was "Ho jayega," and it was being done. He had solution for all problems. Justice Chaya's commitment in relationship is wonderful. When one meets him at personal level, he extends unbeatable warmth and care in every situation. He is so jovial, which makes everyone comfortable. Brother Justice Chhaya will be leaving the city of Ahmedabad for Gauhati tomorrow early morning to take charge of his new assignment. Parting is always painful, but it is inevitable in one's official career. We all would be happy to take pride that Brother Justice Chhaya is going to head the Gauhati High Court as its Chief Justice. I take this opportunity to congratulate Brother Justice Chhaya and bid him a warm and affectionate farewell on my behalf and on behalf of all my esteemed brother and sister judges, as also the entire state judiciary. On this occasion, I wish him all the best in the new assignment, and I also wish him and all his family members good health and happiness.
My lords, respected Mrs. Hitakshiben Chhaya, respected members of the legal fraternity, learned Registrar General, and the members of the High Court Registry. We have assembled here today to bid farewell to Honorable Mr. Justice R.M. Chhaya, fondly called Rashmin Bhai, at the time of his Lordship's well-deserved elevation as the Chief Justice of the Gauhati High Court. On behalf of the bar, the legal profession, the state, and my own behalf, while heartily congratulating Honorable Mr. Justice Chhaya, I associate myself with the profound feelings of affection expressed by Honorable the Chief Justice, respected Shri Arvind Kumar. It is indeed a proud moment for all of us that one of our distinguished judges is being elevated as the Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court, and there is no better moment than the present one to look back and warmly reflect on his Lordship's journey so far. As referred to by my Lord Honorable the Chief Justice, born on 12th January 1961 at Veraval, District Junagadh, in a family of lawyers, Shri Rashmin Bhai is the youngest after 5 elder sisters. Shri Rashmin Bhai's father, Shri Manar Bhai Chhaya, was a renowned lawyer practicing at Veraval, and uncle Shri Kapil Rai was assistant government pleader and additional public prosecutor in this honorable court for many years. Shri Rashmin Bhai finished schooling at Veraval in Rajkot and thereafter graduated in commerce from MS University, Vadodara in the year 1981, after which he completed graduation in law from Elisha Law College, Gujarat University in the year 1984. After having been enrolled as an advocate with the Bar Council of Gujarat in the year 1984, Shri Rashmin Bhai entered the bar by joining the office of Mr. Y.J. Trivedi, trademark attorney, and thereafter, in the year 1985, joined Messrs. Punanand and Company, government solicitors. During the state period, his lordship picked up all the intricacies and nuances of various state and central legislations and established himself as a formidable lawyer, representing several public and private clients. Initially, his lordship's main area of litigation was intellectual property laws, and thereafter it expanded to various other areas of law like constitutional law, service law, and land laws. In 1991, Justice Chhaya was appointed as assistant government pleader and additional public prosecutor in this honorable court and worked as such till 1995. Thereafter, Justice Chhaya joined the office of senior advocate Shri N.T. Nanavati and worked with him till 1998, where his lordship cultivated liking for the criminal law. In the year 2001, Shri Rashmin Bhai was appointed as an additional counsel for the Income Tax Department for the High Court of Gujarat for 2 years. In the month of July 2004, his lordship was appointed as Central Government Standing Counsel and thereafter was appointed as Senior Standing Counsel for Union of India, when his lordship had an occasion to represent the departments of Central Excise and Customs. This apart, his lordship was advising and representing many public corporations like Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, Rajkot Municipal Corporation, Bhavnagar Municipal Corporation, Gujarat Industrial Development Corporation, Ahmedabad Urban Development Authority, Bhuj Urban Development Authority, for the High Court of Gujarat. Shri Rashmin Bhai was also on the panel of mediators of the High Court from 2007 onwards. On 17 February 2011, Shri Rashmin Bhai came to be elevated as an additional judge, High Court of Gujarat, and was confirmed as permanent judge on 20th January 2013. During the tenure as a judge of this honorable court, his lordship had worn many hats, as referred to by my lord. Chairman of Gujarat High Court Legal Services Committee from 31st July 2019 to 5th June 2020. Executive Chairman, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority from 6 June 2000 to 27 January 2021. President of Gujarat State Judicial Academy from 1st February 2021 to 19th October 2021. Acting Chief Justice of this Honorable Court from 2nd September 2021 to 12th October 2021. And was also serving as Executive Chairman, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority and member of Mediation Monitoring Committee, High Court of Gujarat till the recent past. While working as a learned company judge in this Honorable Court, his lordship had provided a great relief in the hours of distress to thousands of workers of Sikh textile mills of the city like Ambika Mills, New Rajpur Mills, Patel Mills, Omex Mills, the Ahmedabad Commercial Mills, whose workers have been in deep debt of gratitude by his lordship's several orders in various company matters. His lordship has had an occasion to deal with various issues of law, wherein landmark judgments have been handed down, a list whereof is unending, but each one of them bespeaks about the pragmatic approach of an experienced judge, laying down the fine propositions of law practically in all the fields of law. His lordship's sincere exposition towards judicial work, observance of utmost dignity and decorum in judicial conduct, calm and modest way of dealing with learned advocates, and grant of patient hearing to one and all, have left a very deep imprint in the minds of the members of the bar. Indeed, his lordship possesses all the qualities of a great leader as he walks along with the fraternity members, while continuously inspiring and motivating one and all. Behind the pleasing, unassuming face of his lordship, one finds a learned and balanced judge, an expounder of practical justice. His lordship is very much religious and a family man. He is also very much fond of music, and more particularly Sugam Sangeet and Ghazals. On this occasion, there is always a mixed feeling of joy and sadness. Joy because of well-deserved elevation of Justice R.M. Chhaya as the Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court, and sadness, if I may say so, because we are deprived of not only an eminent judge, but also a very fine, helping and sensitive human being. While concluding, I feel it appropriate to allude a shloka from Sanskrit Subhashita. I quote, Nayadishaha sadhomaya, gnanaya danaya cha rakshanaya. Unquote. Meaning thereby, a judge is saint when he or she uses knowledge for imparting education, wealth for doing charity, and power to protect and provide relief to the deserving. This has been the motto of his lordship while undertaking the task of dispensation of justice by following a case law rather than a face law. On behalf of the government of Gujarat, legal fraternity of the state, and on my personal behalf, I pray Almighty to bestow Shri Rashmin Bhai with radiant health, strength and zeal in carrying out the divine assignment with great success. Thank you very much.
At the outset, I assure that I am not going to make any controversial remark or statement in this speech. Honorable Chief Justice Mr. Arvind Kumar, Honorable Mr. Justice R.M. Chhaya, Chief Justice Designate, other honorable judges, Learned Advocate General Mr. Kamal Trivedi, Learned Additional Solicitor General Mr. Devang Vyas, Learned Government Pleader Ms. Manisha Laukumar, Learned Public Prosecutor Mr. Amin, members of the High Court Registry, family members of Honorable Mr. Justice Chhaya, senior advocates, and my friends at the bar. We have gathered here to express our joy for the elevation of Honorable Justice R.M. Chhaya to the post of Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court and to bid him a farewell. It is a matter of pride for us that Honorable Justice Chhaya is appointed as Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court. We all know that Mr. Justice Chhaya was a member of our bar and he practiced in this court for more than 2 decades. As a lawyer, I found him to be very hardworking and thorough on facts and law. Mr. Chhaya, as a lawyer, had represented many municipal corporations, urban development authorities, and the state government successfully. His command over land laws was a matter of envy for many lawyers. He had a sizable law practice and was a successful lawyer when he was offered judgeship. In the year 2011, he was appointed as a judge of this High Court. During 11 years of his judgeship in this court, he has delivered many important judgments in all branches of law. As a judge, he was kind to every member of the bar, and he was very informal during court proceedings also. He would call every lawyer by his first name, which gave every lawyer a feeling of his recognition by the bench he presided over. Honorable Justice Chhaya was never a disposal oriented and was never in hurry to decide a case without a full length hearing. We have noticed that he would read each and every line of a petition listed on the board on previous night, and probably more prepared on facts and law than the lawyers arguing before him. Despite knowing the facts and weaknesses of a case listed before him, he would always try to help a litigant and a lawyer. The best quality of Honorable Justice Chhaya is that he would be very hesitant to dismiss a case. If a relief is to be granted to a lawyer, he would grant it. But if a petition is to be dismissed, he would grant time to a lawyer to prepare more, and even in a given case, allow the lawyer to take a chance to convince another judge if there was a possibility of a change in roster. In his court, lawyer could appear without much tension, as Justice Chhaya would help every lawyer with the latest case law and would give an opportunity to the lawyer to go through it and respond. Honorable Justice Chhaya would treat the members of the High Court Registry and even Class 3 and Class 4 employees with courtesy and dignity. Sometimes, in a lighter vein, he would ask AGP in his court to take instruction from a particular officer by referring his name, designation, and the department of the officer, as he knew almost all government officers for having worked as AGP for many years. During 1 year from August 2021, our 3 honorable judges have been elevated as Supreme Court judges, and now Honorable Justice Chhaya as the Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court. This is a matter of great pride for all of us, gain for respective courts, but a loss to the Gujarat High Court. Honorable Justice Mr. Chhaya is now going to Gauhati High Court, where he will discharge his duties as the Chief Justice until his retirement. This gives a mixed feeling of joy and sadness, as expressed by Mr. Kamal Trivedi. Joy on account of his elevation and sadness on account of his parting our company. I personally, and on behalf of Gujarat High Court Advocate Association, extend our heartiest congratulations to Honorable Mr. Justice Chhaya and wish his lordship a successful stint as Chief Justice also. We also wish and request Honorable Justice Chhaya to write a book on the Gujarat Town Planning and Urban Development Act 1976 with his insightful analysis and commentary after his retirement. All the best again. Thank you very much.
My Lords, the Chief Justice, Justice Arvind Kumar, my esteemed sisters and brother judges, Shri Kamalbhai Trivedi, Learned Advocate General, Shri Devangbai Vyas, Learned Additional Solicitor General, Ms. Manisha Lavkumar Shah, Learned Government Leader, Mitesh Bhai, Learned Public Prosecutor, respected seniors, and my other friends. When I received a phone call from my lords early in the morning that I have to agree for this reference, I was compelled to think, which is known in Gujarati as Lena Devi. I agreed with a solace in my mind because I didn't have any inclination nor time to prepare for a speech. But then I realized that this is the very courtroom where I had only short notices, especially from the days of my Lord Justice Mukhopadhyay. My memories went back to that those episodes where I was called for HON'BLE Corporation matters at 2:30. If required, I would rush to either Shalat Sahib or Kamal Bhai and take the raid. Similarly, I had to sit as an acting Chief Justice in the same courtroom. So reluctantly, I agreed for this reference. So pardon me if I make any mistakes. I would pick up from what my Lord said at the last. Parting is always painful. I have spent more than 25 years with you as a lawyer, and 11 years, 4 months, and 3 days as a judge of this court. And to leave at the last leg of my judicial career for 6.5 months, it is painful. But at the same time, I am not hypocrite that I would say no for becoming a Chief Justice of a High Court. I have two solace. One is that when I distinctly remember my Lord Justice D.N. Patel and I were classmates. We passed out in the same batch. Devan Bhai is there. I and Dhirubhai went to the Bar Council, which was there in the last room on the first floor of Old High Court building, and got the sanad on 31st of July 84, on the same day. When I came here, I knew only 3 learned advocates, Jitu Bhai, Pandit Bhai, and Nirupam Bhai. And when I leave, I can say that I don't know only 3 advocates. That is my solace. Another solace is that really on Father's Day, son would treat his father or give him gift. But on Father's Day, my father gave me the gift yesterday. So I vividly miss him today. I'm sorry. When I personally believe that when many things are told about me which I don't deserve, I have to be more afraid. But I am thankful to my Lord the Chief Justice, Learned Advocate General and Asim Bhai for showering greetings on my being elevated as a Chief Justice. I only pray Almighty that I may be true to the Sanskrit sloka which has been quoted by Kamal Bhai in his speech. Man is always fallible. I also might have committed, I would not say some, but many mistakes sitting at the bench. Of course, I have not fought with anybody except 1 or 2 occasions where it was beyond the dignity of the chair. I might have not scolded, but I might have discussed with him, I would say. But it was a matter of really pride. I was fortunate enough that I was nurtured by my seniors, and to name them few, starting from Sri J.M. Thakur, Learned Advocate General. In a lighter vein, my friends used to tell me that Mir Bhai will envy you for the love and affection that Thakur Sahib bestows upon you. Similarly, Praveen Bhai Rawal, Nirupam Bhai, of course, has a special place in my career. Without his help, and of course, I would not forget my days with GB, Government Police's office, the chair that I occupy, I owe to all of you. Thank you very much for the kind words. I thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's it, Mr. Clear.